Let's quickly go to Honorable Idausa, who is an APC member. And what would you say, Honorable Idausa, about the performance of the president who is of your party? And a lot of people have talked about the fact that, look, he has said it right from time that he was going to fight corruption. Do you think that he's on the right lane now?
Well, I think so. If you look at the fight going on, I think it's not only systematic, it's commendable, and it's within the limits of the law. And that's what makes it very interesting. I mean, the fact that those that are now on the firing line, there are enough facts to invite them to account for their past. And then not only that, the appropriate agencies are taking the job systematically to their doormouth. I would like to point out something, and this is very important. Yes, it is correct that the political parties as institutions may not be directly responsible for the level of corruption that has taken place in the country since 1999, but I think vicariously or indirectly, they have been severely responsible. Because if you have elected members on your platform that are looting public coffers, and you do nothing, and in fact glorify them by giving them additional mandates using your party as a platform, you are sanctioning their gross misconduct. So it is not too correct to say we should leave the political parties out of it. We cannot leave the political parties because in this country there is no room for independent candidacy. Everyone who has found his way to a political office since 1999 has had to be elected on the platform of a political party. So the parties must accept responsibility and deal with corruption frontally by ensuring that this is part of the requirements for giving out their tickets.
All right, interesting. Are you saying that the PDP, which has been at the helm of affairs in the last few years, is partly responsible for the kind of rot that we have seen or that have been brought to the fore in the last few months?
Of course, it's only logical. I mean, since 1999, that political party has been in charge of affairs at the central level of the country and in many states of the country. And we do know a number of PDP chieftains have mounted the political rostrum at some point to say in those days that there is no vacancy, even when others were challenging candidates on the basis that they had not performed or that they had abused public funds. You had big shots of the party mounting the rostrum and screaming, no vacancy, and so on and so forth. So, to me, that was an endorsement for misuse of public funds. And not just that, it was like rewarding political office holders for doing the wrong thing. So, you cannot separate the situation from political parties. And the real thing to do now is for the political parties to accept the reality and forge new ways to bring their members to order and create a new moral high ground for eligibility to public offices.
All right, it's been said at some point that, look, the noise, the talks about anti-corruption war is just mere noise and is overhyping of the term corruption. And a former leader has pointed out that stealing and corruption may be slightly different. Are you saying that it's a worldview or a sort of the perception might be wrong about the rate of corruption in Nigeria?
Well, for now, scientifically, the only way you can measure corruption is to look at the perception index of international organizations. Some of the leading organizations that do score corruption perception index have rated us, as you have rightly put out, about the 136th most corrupt nation in the world. So you cannot you can't be a judge over your own matters. There are international organizations that have formulated strategies over the years for perceiving corruption. There is no question that as we speak today, our perception is on the negative side. So clearly, we have a corruption issue to deal with in the country. And I would like to say clearly that I think Mr. President is taking the bull by the horn. First, if you look at his single treasury account innovation, it's a deliberate attempt to curb leakages in the way that public expenditure and receipts are accounted for in this country.
All right,
now, as the program goes on, we will make additional comments.
All right, very well. Senator Ogunlewe, he has actually made some very key statements about how you are saying that party is not about, but he disagrees about the fact, saying that your party is a culprit in this matter.
Let's leave party out of it. My friend was a member of PDP.
Yes.
How many percentage of APC members now were PDP members? So as long as you, okay, look at the index. You said legislature. Was Nigerian legislature 100% PDP? Governors, were all the governors PDP? Police, judiciary. Corruption is corruption. It's bad. Whichever party you belong to doesn't matter to me.
You don't believe that leadership can actually curb or reduce the rate of corruption?
Of course.
You don't believe leadership matter in this case?
It matters a lot. It matters a lot. Particularly to the level it has gone now. It is so bad. Very, very bad. But I'm saying...
and they are asking the question, does it now mean that there are no corrupt APC members who are served in the past?
Well, but I think the president has made that clear before now, that irrespective of a political party, once you get yourself involved in murky waters and the law knocks on your door, you have yourself to blame for that. So I am not totally surprised that many of those who are yet being investigated amongst those who served in Jonathan's government, because of course you have to realize that you have to clean the system from the head of it. And if you take the country as a political whole, the head of the country is the central government of Nigeria. So if the president, who has won his election promising to deal with corruption as a national tragedy, put it that way, is now putting measures in place, and the first set of persons who are to clear their name happen to have served in a particular government, it is to me not an alarm, and it is not an indication that anything has gone wrong, neither does it indicate any level of witch hunting or any level of partisanship.
All right, good. Let me come to Senator Ogunlewe now. Tell me, your party has mentioned a few APC leaders that they should be pro-President Buhari, should probe them, instead of making it look like, look, it's a PDP-targeted activity.
Look, the Constitution of Nigeria does not have nothing to do with political party. Public office holders, that's all. And the code of conduct is there. No public office holder must have foreign account. It's a criminal offense.
Really?
Really, it's there.
You want to show us
the fifth schedule of the Constitution is there. Fifth schedule, section 3. Read it out, it's there. No, it's listed. No Nigerian public officer.
You want me to help you?
Yes. Must is there.
All right. From what? Okay. The section 3 of the fifth schedule says the president, vice president, the governor, deputy governor, ministers of the government of the federation, and commissioners of the government of the state, members of the National Assembly and of the houses of assembly of the state, and such other public officers or persons as the National Assembly may by law prescribe shall not maintain or operate a bank account in any country outside Nigeria.
And if you do so, you can forfeit it. It's there.
And it is said that actually about 150 to 200 billion stolen in the last 10 years are in foreign accounts.
Fine. So it didn't mention political party. You are a public officer. You swore to be a public officer. And the code of conduct is there. You cannot maintain foreign account.
Well, tell me.
And it will be forfeited.
Tell me,
people
Senator,
that stole money in the banks were not politicians. The worst corruption that have happened in this country happened in the banks. You cannot even transfer this money anywhere abroad without going through the banks. Can a politician carry money from Nigeria and take it abroad? You pass it through the banks, and it will be the connivance of the bank people.
You think it's a leadership problem, isn't it?
It is a problem of Nigerians.
How do we?
We are just thieves.
We are just thieves?
Yes.
How
can you be a public officer and you are stealing money?
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
You said that's a collective one you're saying there.
Any public officer who does, you are sworn to the oath of office
But most Nigerians are hardworking. Some of them, a lot of Nigerians are not thieves.
No, public officers. I'm not saying Nigerians.
You mean a lot of public officers are thieves?
No,
You in the public office
I'm saying if you steal public funds, you are a disgrace to the public service.
Oh, that's what you meant?
Yes.
Okay.
It is because here you cannot make, it is specified. What you cannot do as a public officer is in the Constitution. It's because we are just keeping quiet. Let us go after them. If you have a foreign account, it should be forfeited. It's there in the Constitution. I know very surely that a lot of Nigerians are hardworking. They earn money via legal means. There are even very decent public officers too.
Okay, very good.